freedom and fear are at war. The advance of human freedom, the great achievement of our time and the great hope of every time, now depends on
my
us.
collection of propaganda material,
It is to Madame Justice that I dedicate this concerto.
What is this?
Tell me, do you know what day it is?
Free fall acceleration, straight down, uniformly, symmetrically.
Into its own footprint at free fall speed in the first 100 feet. It's dropping, as you can see, symmetrically, smoothly, at free fall speed in the first 100 feet, 2.5 seconds. This is uncanny. There's 40,000 tons of structural steel designed to resist this collapse.
World Trade Center 7 collapsed because of fires fueled by office furnishings. It did not collapse from explosives or from fuel oil fires. It did not collapse from explosives. It did not collapse by office furnishings.
It was an abrupt, total, and complete collapse at the speed of free fall.
It's almost as if it were a planned implosion.
By office furnishings.
It just pancaked.
This is uncanny.
Your powers of observation.
There's 40,000 tons of structural steel designed to resist
pancaking almost like a precision implosion.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion.
Office
That's what it looks like happened to Building 7.
It just pancaked.
That's what it looks like happened to Building 7.
9/11 was an inside job. Oh, get a light.
When you're down there, Dan, you hear smaller secondary explosions going off every 20 minutes.
And every few minutes you'll hear like a small sort of a rumbling sound, almost like an explosion sound.
I don't know, communist group, I don't know who the hell they are.
I certainly am much more open-minded about it than I was.
I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen.
And it is because of the involvement of the 9/11 families and all these engineers and architects.
Or it just happened.
Can you confirm it was number 7 that just went in?
Yes, sir.
And you guys knew this was coming all day?
We had heard reports that the building was unstable and that it eventually would either come down on its own or it would be taken down.
We all thought for sure a bomb was set to explode underneath our feet. Outside 7 World Trade Centers.
You got to stay behind this line because they're thinking about taking this building down. Building 7 came down.
Office furniture.
It was an abrupt, total, and complete collapse, the speed of free fall.
They told us building 7 was coming down. I do believe that they brought building 7 down because I heard that they told us building 7 was coming down. I do believe that they brought building 7 down because I heard that they were going to bring it down.
Did they actually use the word brought down, and who was it that was telling you this?
The fire department. And they did use the word we're going to have to bring it down.
By office furnishings. By office furnishings. Fueled by office furnishings.
We are getting information now that one of the other buildings, Building 7, in the World Trade Center complex is on fire and has either collapsed or is collapsing.
The 47-story Salomon Brothers building, situated very close to the World Trade Center, has also just collapsed. More on the latest building collapse in New York. You might have heard a few moments ago I was talking about the Salomon Brothers building collapsing. And indeed it has. Tell us about the Salomon Brothers building and its collapse.
As you can see behind me,
presumably there were very few...
She blinks a lot when she does a story. She knows it's false.
People in the Salomon...
I think people will buy this.
Yes.
Why not? Our job is to report the news, not fabricate it. That's the government's job.
On the lighter side of things, seems that the crew responsible for the demolition wanted to give the old girl a grand, albeit improvised, send-off.
Although the demolition had been planned for some time, the music and the fireworks were, according to the crew chief, definitely not.
Do you believe that load of bollocks? I mean, there was no bloody demolition.
World Trade Center 7 collapsed because of fires fueled by office furnishings.
Do you believe that load of bollocks?
Why not?
It did not collapse from explosives by office furnishings.
Although the demolition had been planned for...
How do you know?
Potentially bringing down the building.
Remember, it was in danger, and I think that they made a decision based on the danger that it had of destroying other things, that they did it in a controlled fashion.
About an hour after the actual explosion, which was about 9:15 in the morning.
Did it in a controlled fashion.
Demolition experts, or whether it just happened.
Did it in a controlled fashion.
Yes.
Presumably, it was so close to the World Trade Center that it had been weakened by the explosions and the collapse of those buildings.
And since the most recent collapse, which happened just a short while ago, Building 7, a 47-story building, as part of the World Trade Center complex.
That building number 7 was going to collapse. That appears to be what has happened now. I don't know exactly how.
We're looking at the tape now, Jeff.
Okay, good.
A more perfect stage could not be asked.
This once again happened only within the last few minutes. We saw one of those smaller buildings just fall to the ground. We had heard earlier that it was structurally unsafe, that the buildings surrounding the Twin Towers had not been safe.
Yeah, we heard this sound that sounded like a clap of thunder. Turned around, we were shocked to see that the building was, well, it looked like there was a shock wave ripping through the building, and the windows all busted out, and it was horrifying. And then, about a second later, the bottom floor caves out, and the building followed after that, and we saw the building crash down all the way to the ground.
Folks standing here on the corner of Leonard Street and West Broadway, we were just sitting here watching all the smoke pouring up from number 7. Number 7 is the kind of reddish-brown building that's towards the north end of the complex, and although we really couldn't see much damage on it, there was smoke pouring out of it here for hours, and folks just kind of standing around milling about it, and then I wasn't watching. I just could tell from the reaction of the crowd what had happened, because I'd heard it already before. The gas, the screams, people starting to run away from the scene, and I turned in time to see what looked like a skyscraper implosion. It looked like it had been done by a demolition crew. The whole thing just collapsing down on itself, and another big, huge plume of gray and white smoke shooting up into the air, and then more of the smoke billowing up the street here. So that's number 1, number 2, and now number 7 that have come down from this explosion. And folks just simply can't believe it.
It's amazing.
It's reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen too much on television before, when a building was deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down.
But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. And I've seen the promise, and I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficulties ahead.
Remember the treason and plot.
So I'm happy tonight, I'm not worried.
You bear heavy responsibilities these days. I appreciate very much warn mankind of the terrible consequences of failure. And so it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
That's what it looks like happened to Building 7.
Yes.
Every time. Now depends on us.
When freedom is lost, it is lost forever.
We are losing the right to make our own determinations about what we think, what we eat, how we protect our health, how we protect our children, and whether, in fact, we are members of a free society.
The purpose of education in America today is not education. It is indoctrination.
They have to destroy the United States Constitution and our way of life. And they've got to do so in such a way that we embrace it. We embrace it.